Hey guys, Volkslife here. Gonna be doing another playthrough. This time I've had this game sitting around in my Steam library for a while. It's a story-based, turn-based RPG, as far as I'm concerned. I haven't really gotten into it. Maybe an hour, if that, maybe 30 minutes in this game. So I thought, uh, yeah, we'll do a playthrough, record it, put it on the channel. So let's get going. Story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold. Oh, I see. Wait, never mind. Basically, we're going to be getting hella perspectives. Uh, the gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. Quite ominous, not gonna lie.
Að sjá dreggjan á ferli neðanvor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Oh, it's a nice little ox bison looking thing. Oh shit. Oh, it's like that. I thought I said we're here to rest. I guess straight to combat we go. You arrive just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click the check mark to continue. Right, how do I do that? Oh, okay. Got a couple lads passed out in the corner here. And I'm assuming these guys are giants. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red. It's your turn to act. Okay. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active. What's a oh, that's the name of the character, shield banger. The blue tiles around him show where he can move. Alright. Some characters fill more tiles than others. The horned allies are a race of giants, okay, well that's confirmed, called Varl, who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Oh man. Click the tile you want to... Oh, okay. I originally didn't think we could make it this far. Click the tile you want to move on, then click the check mark to confirm. Move your shield banger here to get him into attack range. Here we are. To target enemy, click tile on which they stand. Allied tiles are blue, enemy tiles are red. Target this enemy now by clicking this tile. Alright, so far so good. You can choose either to attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The number beneath each icon to 5 shows the damage you will do to that stat. So you mean to tell me I can just one-shot him? Okay. I lost a 2 strength and you'll now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. So yeah, I can just one-shot him. Armor blocks strength damage but can be reduced by a break attack. Oh, I can't one-shot him. By breaking armor, you open them up to take more damage in the future. Okay. The enemy has only 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Click the fist. Wait, but this reduces strength attack. So one does do 1? Wait, what? Okay. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. But we only have 1 armor. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appeared range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, use it wisely. By clicking the gold tiles, a character can move further than usual. The cost of 1 willpower per gold tile. Red. Huh? Pulsing tiles beneath your enemy show how close you'll have to be enriched. Okay, so, okay. That makes sense. Use their willpower, which is this stat right here. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Click your Warhawk's tile to access ability. Tempest. Clicking your character's tile will bring up all of his combat, movement, move attack, ability attack, and end turn. Alright, let's Tempest. Oh shit. Wait, but how'd they die? They still had 1, no? Am I stupid? If the character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. Interesting. Plus 6 for now. Not bad.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
You approach by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the great hall. He cuts to the chase. Eirik, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? So we're playing as this guy. I'm just here for the tithe. I think this is probably the best option, right? We don't really know this guy. Might be familiar, but yeah, there's no need to be rude. I'm sure you'll get it, if not more. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. What did you have in mind? Scaffoldings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. I was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Go to the market tent and there was the merchant. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot? Scaffolding's chieftain bled out an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what a rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. They don't talk to me. I don't have the patience for this. Hat sweats visibly, fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? Let's keep relationships decent. I toss a sliver of silver on the table. Both men look at you with surprise. Hat gestures meekly to a variety of junk from his stall. Take whatever you like. Only thing I'd like is the name of a place. Nobleman, up by the east wall. But that was months ago, last I know. Hat skulks away with a wave of Irik's hand, gathering things from his hovel. Spearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Ulf, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought them while you were talking. Or while you were walking around. Why? No, just bought them while you were... Oh, sorry. You look like a frog. Better than an eggplant. Ooh. Goodolf goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. I think it's probably best to try to get a strategy out of this, right? Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? What a luxury. Come on, you already mopped up worse today. Or you've already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Will he remind him? Guess we'll see. So where are we going? No, meat house. Well, that answers that. You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eirik appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Again, no tact. You're walking through the front door? They ran to a mead house, says Valgard. I'll be surprised if they can stand up straight right now. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eirik is already at the head of a table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken scalfings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Alright, so we got 6. They told me this was going to be easier, though. This does not look easier. So this is our warband. I'm assuming we want these guys to be safer. But there's not really a lot of terrain to play with. Maybe we'll just go with the basic setup. Should be fine. I don't think we want to push on them, do we? Because if I just go here, I'm sure they can cover a similar distance. So what? We can go 4 spots. They can also go 4 spots. Maybe we can just move. What does stone wall do? I would love to know what this does, but that's their turn. Then we can have this guy stand up front here. Kind of take the aggro a little bit. Gonna look for a big swing with the green dude. Maybe it's okay if this guy walks up. Tempest only hits that. Okay, so it has to be 2 adjacent enemies clockwise. Clock turns that way, so they have to be here. If we were to hit this guy, then it would be the people next to him over there. So that's not what we want to do. I think we'll just attack. And yeah, we'll just hit this dude. And this should just kill him, right? Judging from the previous. Yep. So now they pinched between these 2 guys. They can't surround him. They're all surrounding the big guy, which is fine. Sure, let's do it. I actually wonder how this would map out. So I want these guys to come up, and we're just gonna move up the guy here. And just swing at him. And he does no damage. Let's try to break that armor down. This guy's not able to move because he's all blocked by him. So we can move him here. Let's finish this guy off probably. Oh, promotion. I still don't understand the purpose of armor. So if I were to hit this guy, he would just die. What is armor used for? This will have to be something I like research or something later. I don't understand the point of this. Oh shit. Yeah, whatever he did hurt a lot. So if I go here, and then I use my Tempest skill. Interesting. That kills, right? Let's go over there. And let's finish that guy off. Ding. Oh, this guy is low. I don't want him to die. Oh, the AI is just bad. They definitely could have killed him there. Oh, that hits our guy as well. Oh, you can tell me it blocks 3 damage per hit. Oh, that's cool. Nice. The foe's flying. Oh, okay. Pretty good. There they are. Gods be damned. I've got to wash off this blood. Eirik is looking out the hall's window onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well, Vognir. Next for Varl Kingship last we spoke. The other flag? Looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long. Ah, things make a little more sense. You'd hoped I'd have a stake in saying, everything's fine here, when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? Fuck it. If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eirik and Valgar hustle from the meat house. To his credit, Eirik tosses the barkeeper a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down in the docks. To the docks, I guess. So we said we'd stall him, right? Vognir, a familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version trampling the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. Gods, Ubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old. And if there is Vognir, there must be Hacken? Say Hacken. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old yawks? At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Jornder demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Aberang, in fact. And glad for it. Hacken motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering. Golden wolf head emblazoned? Yeah, golden wolf head emblazoned on red. The king of men, or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son, Ludin. Don't you know, Siviner? We visit his capital, he visit ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hacken has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hacken. Then you're going to Grofheim? I have a distinct feeling I finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but... let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Or is Moger? Akin, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few. Others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Moger. See you in the morning, Scrivener? I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grovheim should be more interesting than most years you think. Oh, weariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Vognir's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon, or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. I don't know, these giant guys look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. At least we have relations with them, right? Scrivener. You find Hakon in a meat house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon? Vognir's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise? What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ah, humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yox fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon let slip a low chuckle. Annuvarl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through Dredge at Vognir's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the meat house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. I guess the only other option is... Oh shit. I misclicked, but I guess we gotta roll with it. At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised. To your mild surprise, you wonder if Eirik had anything to do with that. Some renown, nice. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Vognir is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Moger steps forward, Vognir's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We're ready. You follow Moger and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd. Don't really know what that means, but there's nothing of the sort, just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well. as a whole, you think? Nice. Assuming that's a chapter? Oh, I could zoom in. You guys let me know if you prefer a zoomed in or a movie kind of picturesque look. I'm very much a fan of the movie scene type cutscene. Feels a little bit more immersive. So we're going over to Birdfell. The caravan stops for a day. A gift, says Moger, cracking open meat casks. From our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with a raker laughter. Oh, raucous laughter as the meat is passed throughout camp. Toast to Vognir. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between man and Varl. The others join in. Ludin's expression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually you sit down beside Vognir. Let's chat up Vognir. Thanks for the speech, slurs Vognir. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Moger. I thought the damn governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried. Then he asked me to clean up his mess. For your benefit, turns out. I'd have given the job to you too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with Ludin? Hopefully the boy goes back to Aberrang on his own, and I can take out some frustration on the dredge or something. Starting to sound like Hacken. You know, like life of a diplomat? Haha, don't you miss fight Ubin? You down your meat instead of replying. Vognir slouches and shakes his head. Damn. There's no great joy in killing Dredge. But this, pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be, warriors would follow you for what you've done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm the next in line? These lines are getting muddy, old Varl. They've always been muddy, Vognir. Vognir stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. You rise groggily. The campsite, a casualty of merriment. Moger is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps. Sleeping bodies. Better wake up. You nudge Vognir. You're needed. It's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Vognir releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grovheim? Oh shit. I skipped text. Man. While we're loading. That Ludin guy looked really disheveled, I'm not gonna lie. Can't say looks like a respectful type. This is the map of the world. You can explore it by dragging the mouse to pan and by using the mouse wheel to zoom. Okay. The location of your caravan is indicated here by Ubin's icon. The world map is covered with many locations that hold much lore. You can explore the map at any time, clicking on locations for more information. Oh, cool. The Hanged Man, a curious formation of a peak, straddled on two sides by natural passes. The singular snow-capped summit between them stands lonely and alone. When you're finished searching the world map, click on the button, or on this button, travel to to camp. Okay. What are these? The cardinal directions. Early did mankind begin sailing up and down the coast, but also out in the vast, searching for new continents. Of the many secrets the early sailors learned was the sunstone, which helped them to deduce the direction they were sailing, even with the sun shrouded behind clouds. This is actually historically accurate. I'm pretty sure this is how the Vikings first crossed to England, if I recall correctly. They didn't have this technology before, but fun fact. Once they were able to kind of, I think it was a pseudo magnifying glass, so I remember correctly. It basically lets you kind of like center the light, and yeah, it just doubled as a compass. Now, what I'm curious about is where this Grofheim is. That's Aberang, so that's where that prince is from, I think. Swatbog. There's a lot of places. Oh, what's this? The Vast. The Vast. The waters of the West were named not for their reach, but for their depth. Longships lost even somewhat close to shore are best considered gone to the depth forever. And what is this? The constellations. While the constellations at one time represented not only the gods, but a way to navigate the seas at night. Since the gods have died, the stars form nothing but random faint patterns. Ooh. It's kind of interesting. So the gods of this world are dead. We head north, then east, past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand. Going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Ludin. Why not take the ships to Scrimmerstead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. I could have shown you all the wonders of Scrimmerstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge, Prince. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Ludin exhales through his nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. What a dick. Don't poke the anthill, Vognir. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off to. Ludin's got a shorter wick than Hacken. Thanks, Vognir. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vetterfell, if we're lucky. Camp is where you manage your caravan during travel. You can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any character in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to get back to the road. It's red, that's training. How do I... Oh, hero's tent probably. That's why it lights up. Because we got a guy that can promote. Click a unit, view stats, promote ranks. Okay, so this guy can promote. And click on the ability button to learn about the unit's abilities. And these are the different ranks. Where do I promote him? Is this the promote button? Gunulf. When Ubin became the Varl King's tax collector, he was given an entourage of bodyguards to help transport gold to collect across. I'm gonna go and guess that is a D. I'm gonna say drown. But it could also be a B, and I could be saying that completely wrong. Gunulf is the only one from the original group still alive, and for good reason. So this guy's an OG. Promote. Increase your item rank and higher stats. And it'll cost 5 renown, so that's why we collect renown, I guess. And we get 2 points available. So what do we want to do? What is this? I don't know what this is. Okay, I get it, but what is this? Great. I'm putting it in damage. Like, I wish they would explain what these are. I don't know. Yeah, screw this kid. Hacken's the G, but he needs kills. Moger. Bring the pain. The character strikes an adjacent enemy for armor break damage before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability. Return the favor to return even more break damage for one turn. By using Bring the Pain, he can create a forward charge that punishes enemies for ganging up against him. Okay, so nice little AoE ability, I'm assuming. Passive ability, Return the Favor. Enemies who attack him lose 1 point of armor for each strike. The character. Wait, what? Enemies who attack him lose 1 point of armor for each strike the character. For each one that strikes the character? Anyway, Return the Favor triggers every time he takes damage from an adjacent enemy, which can make it devastating to him with attacks that strike multiple times. Alright, how do I leave? How do I... Oh, yeah, that'd do it. There's no real point to do anything, we can just leave and go, I'm assuming. Supplies go burr.
Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Peasant. By Hatterborg. That's a lot of varl for some missing cattle. What? Couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Shut up, Vognir. Wouldn't know. My boy's seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Scalfing's out here, maybe? Could they have Varl working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I want to take a look around and get a camp set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you got. For hundreds of Varl? Are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up. Hear that? Where's Luden? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and... something else. Hacken takes off at a run. Oh no, what is Luden up to? Luden, you donkey. Clicking tile will automatically make a path, but you can also set waypoints. Click to make a waypoint. Now select the next waypoint. This is often useful when you need to avoid certain tiles. I confirm the move. Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Click the top right banner to compare your stats with the enemies. Now click the enemy to target. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher than your strength, there is a 10% chance the attack will be deflected. Notice the chance to hit shown above the attack button. Attack this enemy's strength. Okay. So is that the point of armor? Deflected attacks do no damage. From here on out, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor is equally important. Oh, these are dredged. I was expecting something more like Skyrim, like Draugrs. Okay, let's move. Probably there is okay. And we're gonna attack this guy. I think. Oh, the armor really does compound here. Minus. Oh, splinter. +3 plus armor dem to dredge cause 1 armor dam to chain to both adjacent dredge. I think just armor break for now. Though it may be better to hit the ads first, but ooh, that's not good. See how much damage. So he does take 4 damage there. And I take 6. Holy shit. How much of that do we have? So I can only use 1 willpower? Can't quite attack anyone, so I guess that ends his turn. Okay, well that's the damage to the adjacent dredge then. So now you're going to Tempest. That did not hit our guy, and each one of the adjacent dredge took damage. And let's bring the pain. Only 1. Let's hit him with this, or it's gonna weaken the guy. It's gonna do a lot less damage now. And it hits his adjacent dude. Don't know if we want to. I might as well try it, huh? 1, 1, 1, 1. And this should finish off the big guy. Whenever an enemy falls in battle, 1 willpower is added to your horn. Using the horn will give you 1 willpower to the active ally. It's like a storage system. Okay, let's attack this guy. Or maybe I just go over there. And let's hit this guy. Because this guy doesn't seem to be very good at wait, he's dead? Oh shit, wait, what? Hope I don't lose him forever, that'd be terrible. Black and promoted. Achievement War Master. Nice, but what happens to... has been injured in battle? That's it? He doesn't die? You're trying to get yourself killed, Luden? What are you doing? I was finding trying to get a shot in between the plates. You never seen a dredge before, boy? What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hacken goes to where Vognir lies, face down. The future royal king lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Vognir's dead. Oh man. Wait, these are this is from the cutscene, or from the opening screen. Get sauce. Assuming she's ranged? Wait, you're ranged? Wait, what? I see. Let's get back and then we can try threading the needle. Now we can start dealing some damage. Keeps hitting. The orange square includes again the range. Wait, what? I can't hit him? I'm beyond confused, honestly. Whatever. He's dead. The foe's lying dead at your feet. Very good. Was that a dredge? Owlet looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was? Let me see. Are you hurt? No, I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked your cart, and the yawks bolted, it spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glance that direction. All that food, that's the last we're going to get before winter. What do we do? Don't run. Let me think. We get the supplies, go back to Skoger. If we hurry, we can gather them before more dredge appear. Do you think you can handle more of them? I think we're going to try to gather them. See them in the trees? No, we have to try. Be quick. Alit calms the yawks while you frantically toss supplies back into the cart. More dredge emerge, but you manage to get the cart moving again before they can close in. The colossal figures slowly recede into the distance. Okay, we got a couple of supplies. Supplies represent food and other goods used to keep everyone alive on the road. When the supplies are gone, people will start to die of starvation. The more people are in the caravan, the faster supplies will diminish. You can see how many days of supplies you have left on the travel display at the top of the screen. Most towns will have supplies to sell as well as a few items. And I think this is a good place to stop, maybe. Once we get to Skoger. I think we finished the chapter with the guys, and we got introduced to some new characters. I hope we covered most of the game starting mechanics, just the base ones. I still don't really understand how the armor works. doesn't seem intuitive at all. Except for the deflect. The deflect kind of makes sense. So for every armor they have more than you, there's a 10% chance. Oh, wait. We're talking.
What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
Alright. Where's the save button? Did we just quit? How do you save? I feel like I should Google this so I don't lose progress. Okay, I guess we'll take the risk. If I miss a little bit, I'll just replay it as is and continue the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.